The product that launched our company was called the Monolith. It was our first hybrid. We got great awards for that, and so the rest is history. This has been out now for about 4 years or so, plus or minus. The work began several years prior to our launch, and we began looking at it's really the sum of everything we've learned along the way. We've had great success, for instance, with powered woofers in the last couple of iterations. It gives us the chance to employ room correction. It gives our engineers a chance to control the exact power of the bass driver. This is a speaker that's designed mostly for well-heeled music lovers and audiophiles, and they tend to have very fine amplifiers, and so we made a passive version. That means there's no amplification in the woofer cabinet. We have some important controls. I'm holding a little jumper, and we have jumpers that control bass bounce and attenuation and whatnot, so it is very malleable to get the right sound in the room. I don't know if the camera can see, these come on casters. We haven't taken them off yet. They roll out of a huge crate. But I think the core notion of this was something that, we called it the Neolith, playing around with language a little bit, because it's like the new monolith. And circa this decade, this century, this is what we can do with pretty much no holds barred. So when you look at the crossover work and the, where we do have crossovers and, from the end of the panel into the woofer, you look at all the electronics, the power supplies in there, the step-up transformers, all the elements that are needed in a Martin Logan. We went above and beyond in terms of luxury parts quality, that get squeeze that last little bit of performance out. Even though they cost more, it's not arithmetic, but that last 10% more for 50% more cost, we sprung for that. Whether it was a binding post, the best you could buy out of the finest German manufacturer. The material's quite interesting. We're using a huge amount of phenolic in ways that normally you don't. Phenolic is a material, it's been around for decades, that have, for our purposes, incredibly good acoustic properties, i.e. it's very inert. This inertness silences any vibrations that you don't want a speaker to do. If we make it out of marble or something like that, it would have to be 20 times heavy. This is already a 385 pound per speaker weight, but and it's very sculptural of bull. You can see the look, and I'm sure if you dig into the look from different angles, it's almost like a little Lamborghini on end. We let our industrial designers have at it. You can see the Martin Logan heritage in it. It would be like if an Italian car designer did our favorite little BMW. It's a very large panel for us. It's using technology we developed in the last decade to get more out of less, so we can make smaller width and size panels to be more domesticatable into folks' apartments. We're using that technology, but open it back up. So you've got a very big surface area of electrostatic, so it can pressurize the room, grab hold of the air. And you've got two woofers. One is a 15-inch woofer behind it, so the panel transitions to a front-firing 12-inch woofer. These are incredibly unique custom woofers out of the best materials and small batch runs by a specialist. And then the rear has a 15-inch woofer. So we can go the full range of human hearing, probably beyond most. And they're also very efficient. Again, 20, 30 years ago, Grandpa's electrostatics needed a lot of power. These are 91 dB efficient. And the fun part is the colors. One of the benefits of phenolic is you can use high-end automotive painting techniques. And so we have 8 options that are derived from German cars, and some Italian cars, but we can and have produced this in any color you want. We just get a small upcharge, and we get we do it automotively. So if you had a favorite McLaren from 4 years ago, we can match that orange perfectly. Just give us the model and the date. We've had a lot of slogans, but we've settled on truth and sound. We want nothing in between the chain of audio and the set of ears when it comes to our speakers, just the truth.